Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I am your host, Mike Bratchman. You're watching us live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave Roberts will be joining us right after the break. Actually, I think we're in right now, but he's coming live from Utah. Dave has taken Golf After Hours on the road again, only he's now getting toward the northwest part of our country. So it's going to be good to catch up with him. Hey, folks, this one's got a good show. We're hanging in Houston all night long. We ain't leaving Houston. And our first guest is going to be Kobe Gullick. He's no stranger to the show. He's the owner of Kobe Stevens Apparel. At the turn, Thomas Hutton, PGA Executive Director of Southern Texas PGA, and Houston's regional publisher, Melanie Graff, will be making her first appearance on Golf After Hours. So we're really looking forward to catching up with them. Folks, there's nothing but Houston today. And of course, thinking if you're thinking about making your bets tonight, because the Texas Children's Houston Open starts tomorrow as well. They got a great lineup there. But if you want to place your bets, you better do them this evening, because I think it's going to be a well-traveled tournament. I can't wait to get out there tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can catch up with Kobe out there. Hey, folks, listen, we'll take your comments. So do not go away. We'll start this right after the break, Golf After Hours. If you haven't grabbed the cold one, go get one right now. We'll be right back. Everybody, Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Bratchman. Dave Roberts, coming from the beautiful state of Utah. Guys taking Texas Golf Insider on the road, just the way he ended up last year. What's going on, Gravy?
Oh, nothing much. Just growing golf around the world. Wish I was in Houston. The weather's a little better in the background. We got a lot of snow, but it's starting to get better. And tomorrow, golfers will be out on the golf course. They were later this afternoon in some spots, but golly, I've seen more snow in the last 3 days than I have in my whole entire life. My gosh, I'm ready to come home.
Well, I tell you what, you'll be home shortly anyways. Too bad for you, but it's good for us because we have Kobe Gullick with us, who's owner of the Kobe Stevens Apparel. He's out in Houston, and the weather's pretty nice out there. Going to be in the 70s all day tomorrow. By the way, Kobe, I'll stop by your tent tomorrow.
Love it.
I'm going to make my way out there. Maybe we can have a couple cocktails before I head back.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, I'm looking forward to seeing you got your set. Some of the photos that you sent me, I mean, you got a nice display out there. Yeah, I mean, you're really showing yourself off.
Yeah, it has definitely been exhausting, but we had, today was the Pro-Am, and it was not open to the public, and it was kind of just like a soft opening. So I wasn't really expecting much, just kind of work out some of the kinks and, make sure the POS system works and things like that. And, first thing in the morning, we had people coming in the tent, different PGA officials, people with ShotLink, and then a whole handful of volunteers and everyone else that has been walking around. So turned out to be a pretty busy day. So if this is any indication how it's going to be for the actual tournament the next 4 days, then we are definitely going to have a fun time for sure.
Well, Kobe, like I said, I wish I could be there, but this is exciting because this Houston Open is now moved back pre-Masters like it has been in years before. And the field I hear is very, very strong out there.
Yeah, it's, we saw Scotty Scheffler this morning, Tony Finau, defending champion, obviously, a whole handful. We were talking about one and done, or I heard you guys talking about one and done earlier. So I have my two picks that I'm leaning to between Joel Damon, because he and I talked for about 15 minutes yesterday and even talked about some sponsorship deals. don't tell anybody yet. But
Oh, we won't tell
he's
nobody. It's just
yeah.
between us.
Well, and it's funny because he's currently sponsored by Travis Matthew, and he kind of made a little joke that said, well, he goes, I really like the way your stuff looks. So if Travis Matthew fires me, you're the first man that I'm calling. So so that was
Nice.
pretty cool. And then also today, spent a little time hanging out with Keith Mitchell. And he's in pretty good form. So those are the two players that I'm leaning to. Just had a little personal connection with them, and thought, what the heck, maybe that's a sign. So you never know.
Well, Cody,
Well,
this
oh, while y'all were down the rankings, because y'all laughed at me about this time last month, I'm number 11, another second place. Y'all might want to pick some good people this week. And
listen to that. Hey, listen, you thought you were in the toilet. I was number 60, and we only got 60 players. I mean, I jumped into 21st pretty quick. I'm glad that's behind me for right now, anyways. And Kobe, I don't know where you stand in the one and done. How you look?
I'm in the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I tell you, I've had a little bit of a tough run. My strategy last year was kind of to come out with a bang, and then I had Scotty last year who won the Players, which obviously was that huge purse. So that catapulted me up. And then I hung pretty tight throughout the rest of the year. I think I ended up finishing in second or third.
Yeah, you did well last year.
Yeah, and this year I think I may be second or third to last. So I definitely need to step up the game a little bit.
Hey, Kobe, I'll tell you this. I went from 60th to 21st, and I call a lot of crap on the comment side of it. But that's how quick. It's just like if you win one, you're back in the game.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the way these purses are, and especially with what do they call the ones? Like you have one each month that's a higher purse, like the premier event or whatever. Yeah, elevated purses. And I mean, that's a game changer right there, because I even had I forgot who it was when the elevated purse in February, was it the Waste Management or was it maybe the Arnold Palmer? I can't remember, but whatever it was.
I think it was.
Yeah, whatever it was, whoever I picked, I think ended up, he barely made the cut. He made a little bit of a run on the weekend. I think he was still in maybe 30th place, and it still was a $500,000 paycheck. So, especially if you get one of the guys in the top 5 or certainly the winner, you can jump up very quick.
Well, that helped me. I picked Scotty out, and that worked out for me pretty well. I was just kind of, come on, man, this is my freaking one and done. And I'm 60th, man. My brothers were giving me all sorts of crap in Wisconsin. I caught a lot of crap for doing that.
Well, hey, Kobe, while I'm worldwide, I've been a ambassador for you for a while. Just to let you know, in Utah, I did not forget about you, right, baby? Because I came to Utah to drink beer and hit bombs, baby.
Boom. I love it. And thank you for your ongoing ambassador and endorsing and everything else, because I love seeing all of it on social media. And both of you guys have this partnership has been amazing for the past couple of years. So it's awesome, and I appreciate it.
You bet, man. I mean, the stuff is good. We get so many comments on it. That's why we wear it.
Love it.
Well, I work today in the pro shop because there were some people lingering in, and I showed the golf manager. I said, "This is the shirt that you need to be carrying," and I talked about the master shirt with them. And so you might be getting a Utah phone call coming up after. I told him wait till after the Houston Open. He liked this, and there's this old man. When I pulled my jacket off, he goes, "Now that's the shirt I need right there." And then there. What kind of bombs are you hitting, man? He goes, "Because I hit BBs and drink beer."
Yeah, it's definitely been fun. There's we're not only incredibly fortunate and honored to be out here, but it's something like nobody else has seen before. There's never really been an exclusive merchandise tent on the PGA Tour on property ever. And so I certainly will not talk in a negative way about any of this whatsoever, but the PGA store, which you have it at every entrance when you go to every PGA event,
Right.
they've got Peter Millar polos in there, and it's solid blue, solid orange, solid red. Maybe you get a stripe in there every once in a while, and they're charging $150 for it. So you definitely walk into our tent. You got some fun prints, exciting stuff, and for half the price. So it's been pretty cool. Definitely getting some positive feedback already that everybody's been through here. Even Jim Crane, owner of the Astros,
Nice.
came in here. I think I sent you a picture of Brandel
Yeah.
Chambly.
Chambly.
Yeah, he came in this morning. We talked for about 15 minutes, and incredibly nice guy. He's obviously an incredible analyst and knows his stuff. And even just talking to him on a personal level, it was I definitely had a different perception, or I guess an outcome from what I thought of him individually, just from watching him on the Golf Channel. So really, really cool. It's been very exciting.
Yeah, I'm glad you're gonna like it out. Hey, listen, we probably have about 30 seconds left. I got to tell you this though. I was up at the DFW Golf Show, and the guys from Trent Jones Trail were up there, and I was. You're gonna love this. I'm talking to one of the guys because I played golf with them, and I think I'm going on one of their trips here at the end of April. And a guy comes up and he puts his finger inside my shirt like this. And he said, "Where'd you get that?" And I says, "Kobe Stevens." He turns his head. I go, he said, "I never heard of it." I gave him the magazine, turned to the page, and I goes, "Check out the website." And I just
there you go.
And I talked to another guy, but he's one of the guys that we took a real nice photo up there with one of our customers, and we Facebooked it as well. So
awesome.
The trend is catching on for you, buddy. It really is, and I think there's a lot of people supporting you now and what they're doing. And we're proud to do it. I mean, it's easy stuff to wear, let me tell you.
Yeah, in fact, I actually even gave you guys a shout out to Jim Crane and Brantley, was talking about just some of our major partnerships. And, I really look at South Texas PGA, Texas Golf Insider, St. Jude, iHeartMedia, now Texas Children's. And I definitely include you guys in those major partnerships.
Thanks,
and it's definitely growing. We're excited about it, and can't wait to see what comes out of this too.
Well, Kobe, we're up against the clock, man. We're going to stay out in Houston. We had the Junior Media Day out there. There's 3 young gentlemen that are going to Augusta here in the next couple of weeks. And
nice.
We're going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about that with Mr. Hutton and Melanie Graff. Man, I know we're keeping you late, buddy, and I know you got a lot of work, big morning tomorrow. So I want to thank you for taking time out and doing that, buddy.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. I don't know. I think all the golfers are done. I keep on getting ushered by the maintenance guys behind me. There's a crane that's about to go by. So probably a good time that my segment is over. But I really do appreciate it. Glad it worked out where I could do a live show from the Houston Open, and look forward to seeing you out here and anybody else, and then talking to you guys after.
I'll be out there for sure, Kobe. I don't know what time, but I'll get to you.
For sure.
All right, man.
Shoot me a message.
I'll do it.
All right.
Have a nice evening, man. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right.
All right.
Hey, folks, let's take a real quick break. When we come back, like I said, we're going to hang in Houston. We got Melanie Graff coming up. Don't go away. Haven't had a cold one yet. Perfect time to do it. We'll be right back.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the Hill Country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scotch Reiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at Landa Park Golf Course.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
We're going to Augusta!
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Bratchman, Dave Roberts, and we have a special guest with us, Melanie Groff. She's our Houston publisher for the Texas Golf Insider, and she had herself a heck of a Friday afternoon, and we're going to catch up with her and talk about it. Melanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
First time. How do you like that in all these years?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, well,
Excited
it's
to
good
talk
to have,
to you guys.
yeah, well, it's good to have you on. You know, it's and I know you work all day, and to hang with us for a few minutes, that's very cool. Hey, listen, it was a very special moment, and you know what was really kind of crazy about your Friday is that it's the first time that they've ever had a junior media event. Tell us all about the experience that you had.
Oh, that's right. I had a great time. Great time out there. 3 superb, very confident golfers out there. Some junior golfers that they're so friendly. They could talk 30 more minutes. You know, I had a whole bunch of questions, and they just wanted to tell me all their golf stories. So it was fabulous. They have a really great attitude, and you know, they're really family oriented kids, really tight knit with their family. So their families on the golf course playing with them, and you know, that's what I like about it. You know, all the golfers. You know, it's just not them going with their coach. Their coach is their dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That usually happens. I know a guy who did the same thing.
really.
Yeah, but that guy had a little bit more credentials than some of these dads. So, but you know, when you go out there, Melanie, I take it for granted a little bit sometimes because I've also been with a junior golf manager for the South Texas PGA for 15 years now. Seeing some of these kids grow up, seeing them go through the drive, chip, and putt. And then we've got a few that are coming up for the Augusta National Women's Amateur. They've come through my first tee and me calling them like Michael Buffer.
Wow.
But you're right. I think those stories that they have and their journey as junior golfers will lead them to success later
when they become adults. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree. You know, and the kids are out there, they're saying, you know, it's all about the experience and meeting friends and keeping those friends close, you know, throughout their whole entire life.
You know, did you notice one thing, Melody? Because I'm just kind of blown away. You got kids that are like 9 to 11 years old, and they're sitting down and they're answering questions to the media, and it's like they're rattling it off. These kids got it together for that age, don't you think?
Oh, they do. I was so impressed by them. And you know, they're out there playing golf and they're preparing for all these questions. So, you know, kudos to these kids. I really enjoyed it.
Well, Dave has a son that went through the junior system, exactly what what you did at Media Day, and now his kid, Ty, had a college scholarship, and I knew Ty when he was that big,
Yeah.
and now he's playing in Alabama.
Well, one of
So
the kids, he started at age 2.
that's crazy.
And he's, I think he's 9 years old. He's the 9-year-old. So he said he started at age 2, and he picked up a club, and that was it. He just ran with it. It's just amazing. They're so talented.
Well, you know, they get in their own little world with that. You know, there's all the coaching in the world, but when they get out on the fairways, it's like their little freedom. And as you said, they make friends. Ty has friends now all over the world. Junior golf. Yeah, he did win 128 junior golf tournaments. We'll throw that out there. And
Oh,
he's
that's amazing.
numerous times as a co-host or an interview. And I think, you know, in this world of high tech where a lot of kids are gaming, it's refreshing to find kids that will come out and junior golfers that will, you know, sit there in the interview and talk with you and have a conversation, and they're not worried about being on their phone. And
Right.
you know, that's one of the things that we do preach with the South Texas PGA. One of our mottos is learn, play, and compete. And we do talk about, you know, every winter they have to give a speech. They got to thank the golf course, the STPGA, their parents, their playing companions. And I think that kind of breaks the ice. So when someone like you or Mike or myself get up there and start asking questions, they've already, you know, had that ice broken, and they're a little bit more comfortable public speaking, because, you know, that's like one of the number one fears besides flying. So it's refreshing to hear that you had great interviews with a lot of the kids, and it becomes just conversational at that point. It's not like what you see on TV with ask a question and it's just a yes, no. They start going blah 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 blah.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
okay, let me
One
get
of the
to
kids, he wanted to start talking about his favorite teachers.
that.
And it's that easy. So when you say your favorite teacher, did any of them come up and say who are they following? Who's the favorite player?
Phil Mickelson and
Really?
Keith.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to Augusta. They want to meet them all. So
I find that pretty amazing. 9-year-old and 11-year-old kids that are going to Augusta. And, like I say, this was the first media day. Then when they were talking about, and people were asking them, hey, this is kind of a big deal. What do you expect when you get there? Did they kind of talk about that a little bit, what they're expecting?
yeah, they did. They basically said they want to soak it all in. They said, all 3 of them said, it's not about winning. It's just the experience getting on the golf course, soaking in the environment and the people, and just loving it with their family. So, they want to win, but they really just want that experience that will just carry through them their whole entire life.
Well, that Sunday before the Masters, all about the experience, and the family's going to go out the door, because I've witnessed it, and them kids are very, very competitive. They are, that fire burns inside them. And, it's so funny is when you go on the 18th green in the putting competition,
and you're having a putt just like they do on the, on Masters Sunday, right there at that front left pin position. The juices are flowing. They are flowing for those kids.
Yeah, they said there's pressure, but they're so confident, and I think that just helps them alleviate any of the pressure that's gonna give them on the course. So I think, in the interviews, I can tell they're ready.
I've seen some of the photos that you sent me, and they know the cameras are on them. I mean, think about that as young kids. If I knew a camera was on me when I was 21 years old, it would be like shaking in my shorts, right? I mean, so
Well,
so
that's a
you-
different type of camera. That would have been a police camera, Mike. This is golf.
well, okay, I've had a couple of those in my time. I get that. So, Melanie, all in all, what do you take away from this? I mean, this is your first media day that you'd been for the junior golfers. And so when you walk away from this, and this is not going to be the last one, I can assure you they started something very cool. You will end up being
The
a
domino
fixture.
effect. Okay.
Yeah, right. You will end up being a fixture for this thing. I can tell you that. But so what do you take away from this, being that it was your first time as well?
Well, these kids, I want to tell you, they practice. I didn't really realize, how much they practice. They practice every single day, 2 hours a day. And then on tournament day, or on the weekends, they play tournaments. So, a couple of the kids, this is one of the major sports they play. One of the other kids, they do have some other school activities. So he has to balance school activities and his golf. But I think they have so much endurance and so much, love for the game, and they're just so excited. I think, taken away, they're ready. They're ready to go to Augusta and just live the golf. They want to be PGA golf pros, so they all do. So.
Well, and one thing that you're going to have to watch, you interviewed these kids, now you're going to have to watch them do the putt, drive, and chip. Now this is kind of funny when we start watching, then you're rooting for them. I mean, we're all big on that South Texas PGA,
Right?
So we're rooting for them big time. And so, and I hope you get a chance to do that as well. And I'll be dropping you an email when that starts too.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
Well, now let me ask you again, does that now make you think you might want to pick your golf clubs up again?
Actually, I've been thinking about it the last couple weeks.
Well, we got someone who can train you, someone who can teach you right here.
All right, I'm ready.
We just make that trip. That's all we got to do.
Okay.
Well, Melanie, I want to thank you for coming on in, taking some time. I know you worked all day today.
Thank you.
Great that you got to do this. Thank you for the information. And we'll be watching those 3 kids.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll see
I'll
you
see you on the course.
Okay. Make it a day.
We'll be looking for you. Thank you, Melanie. Have a nice evening. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break, and we're not leaving Houston. We got the man coming on, Thomas Hutton, who's going to be joining us here right after the break. If you haven't gotten a chili one, go get one real soon, because we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today, or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay and play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
Old friend, our hearts know you. You welcome us with open arms. Your stories are our favorites to retell. And you love surprising us with new ones. Our family treasures these moments with you and your sugar white sand.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, there's something that binds us all. The collective goal to transcend the ordinary. Introducing the new Callaway AI Smoke Driver. The new AI design club has multiple sweet spots across the face, making it an average of 7 yards longer. Visit us at your local Edwin Watts Golf Shops or shop online at worldwidegolf.com. Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman, Dave Roberts, and we have a special guest who's no stranger to the show, Thomas Sutton, PGA Executive Director of Southern Texas PGA. Don't mind the phone. I know they just want to do business with us. So we'll catch that one. We'll catch that one early in the morning. Thomas, what is going on?
Well, I would love to get the phone call, but I'm not with you, Mike, so I can't help you as your secretary on that one. But good to hear the phone is ringing and life is good. But happy to be on. Thanks for having me.
Well, hey, man, you guys had a pretty interesting Friday afternoon. I want to get to, we just had Melanie Graff. And by the way, she said, I ran into Thomas, nicest man I could have run into. This is her first media day that she had been to. And she was just excited. She called me up Monday night. She was like, I can't believe these kids. She says, these kids were taking questions like they were adults, you know. Yep. And Thomas, talk a little bit about this is kind of a special event. And I think it's the first media day that you guys ever had for junior golf, right?
Yeah, it was. It was a new idea. Shout out to JT Milner on our team for kind of coming up with it. It was kind of a best practice from another section. But, you know, at the end of the day, we have 3 junior golfers that are headed to Augusta National for the Drive, Chip, and Putt National Finals on April 7th. And we wanted to have a media day to showcase them. So we had our 3 finalists out at Sandhill Farm. We did some social media stuff. We had an official press conference. Melanie was there, and then we had 2 local TV stations that came out. They haven't run their stories yet on them, but they were out there, big TVs, big cameras, which was really cool. Asked them questions, just like you see in a media day, which was awesome. Then we went outside and did some driving, some chipping, and some putting. And then they answered some questions individually. And then we let them go out and just play 9 holes at Sandhill Farm. So it was a really fun day. Our 3 finalists, we got Waits Rodriguez from Houston, who's 9 years old. And then we have 2 boys in the 11-12 division. We have Hayes Patel from Belton and then Texas Terry from Austin. So 3 STPGA junior golfers going to Augusta National.
You know, Thomas, isn't that great that year after year that the South Texas PGA Junior program we're becoming the farm club for the Drive, Chip, and Putt Nationals. Yeah. I mean, his brother, it's just like we're turning them out for Drive, Chip, and Putt, which is a feather in your cap and everybody at the junior golf. it's a fun time right now to be in STPGA junior golf.
Yeah, and I think, I know this is our 10th year, 10th national finals. And every year we've had at least one person, and I think we've only ever had 1 year where there was only one. So we've had multiple people each year in the national finals, all the way up to having 8 kids in it. So to have 3 come out of our location or be from our section. Texas actually qualified up in Illinois based off where his locals were, and he was traveling a little bit this summer. So Texas qualified in Illinois, and then the other 2 qualified in our region specifically. But they're all from Texas, and they're excited to get going there. And to believe that it's been 10 years since that program has started is kind of crazy. I was fortunate to work the first ever national final at Augusta. My former boss, Mike Ray, gave me the opportunity to go work that instead of himself going. So major props for him for letting me do that. But it's crazy. 10 years, there's kids now that played at Drive, Chip, and Putt that are Division I scholarships that are playing in Augusta National Women's Amateurs that are going out on the PGA Tour. And it's pretty crazy success story of it.
Well, you guys stay busy all the time, man. I mean, now you're coming into the big season. I mean, we're ready to rock and roll. Before I get to ask you your next question about the scheduling and stuff of what you guys coming up, who's the representative that's going to go out with the boys this year? Is it going to be you going out?
No, JT's going out again. So it'll be his second straight year going. Just due to some scheduling stuff, he got to double dip, which was a-okay. No one's going to turn down another second invite to go out there, but we'll start rotating it off of some other staff members moving forward next year. But he'll be out there. I believe he's told me that he's going to be at the drive station. So JT will definitely get some TV time at some point on the drive station.
Nice.
That is totally awesome. Speaking about Augusta, we have the Augusta National Women's. We've got representatives again from the South Texas PGA.
Yeah, so this is, I guess, what is it, the 5th year of ANWA now, which is the Augusta National Women's AM, top amateur event in the country for all females. And we have 4 former junior golfers that are playing in it. Again, every year that the event has happened, we've had at least one person be out there, which is awesome for our program. There's really, each of them have their own story. So I'll start with Haley Cooper, Texas A&M grad, also went to UT grad. She actually was invited in 2021, but then got COVID and couldn't play in the event. So that was when they were still testing, because they didn't do anything in 20 and then 2021, but they were still testing. She got COVID, couldn't play. They didn't invite her the next year. Well, they finally invited her this year. So, of course, she's going. So really good story for Haley. She's going to EJ Kim, PGA professional in Houston, is her swing coach. He'll be on the bag for her, which is really cool. Quickly here, Emma McMyler from San Antonio, now at Duke. I think she's getting her master's. She's super smart. But now I think she's at Duke. She's going, and her dad is going to be on her bag. Brian McMyler, PGA member, so father-daughter combo, which will be awesome. And so I was texting with Brian the other day. I said, Brian, just don't trip on the bridge, just let's make sure you do good stuff out there. So Brian's super excited. And then we have Farrah O'Keefe, who's from Austin. She's a freshman at UT right now. Farrah's story is that she actually earned an exemption through our girls program into the LPGA event in Dallas when she was an amateur, and she made the cut. So again, grew up in our program, got a qualifier, got a spot, all awesome there. And then what I consider kind of maybe the stalwart in all the stories here is Sadie Engelman. Again, from Austin, out at Stanford. I know they just wrote a really good piece on her. I don't know if it was Golf Digest or golf.com or something, but kind of she's been in the shadows of, the Rachel Heck, who else has been at Stanford, but the Rose Zhang was at Stanford, that she's been on these national championship teams, and she's kind of been in the background, and they believe that ANWA could be maybe a coming out party for her because she's had an unbelievable spring season in college. So 4 junior golfers. I could talk about all 4 of them pretty highly. texting with all of them. We got a story coming out on them next Tuesday.
And again,
That's awesome.
David, I was just kind of blown away how you keep up with this, man. You know,
Yeah,
and
it's funny you
just like
say that. I guess it's funny you say that, Mike. I'll consider that a compliment, but I would also consider that, you know, part of my job, and I love it. And I think those are the stories that we talk about. Yes, we want people to become the best golfers in the world, but really what we want them to become is lifelong golfers. But I think these stories of those 3 junior golfers,
Right.
those 4 amateurs, those inspire people to play golf and get to that level. And with our tournament program, that's what we think instills the idea that I can do this for the rest of my life. Whether or not I'm playing professionally or I'm playing with Dave Roberts and I'm hacking it out there, it doesn't matter. We're having fun, and that's what matters, because golf is truly the only lifelong sport.
See, Mike, and you go with that, and you ask that to Thomas, but I'm on the same route. Now, I've been, you know, employed by the PGA of America the last 15 years, and I have seen a lot of these golfers, men and women. Matter of fact, when I saw Haley Cooper's name, Emma McNamara, I know them when they were little, because I would call their name out at a tee box.
First day. Yep.
Yeah. I'd be on the number 1 tee. And so I follow them. And, you know, we have a lot of other great golfers that we've had in our section go to the U.S. Junior Girls Am last year at the Academy. I mean, our program is so vibrant, but it's exciting because what's coming up pretty soon, as you said, our tournament schedule, we're in full bloom. We're coming up to the spring championships. We've got prestige tours that is just, I mean, God, we just keep selling it out. We just keep selling it out. We're coming up to Lady Bird for us, coming up in a couple of weeks, going back to Kerrville a couple of weeks after that. Houston just had one. We had one in Louisiana. We're all over the map, aren't we, Thomas?
Yeah, we are. And I think that's, you know, shout out to all of our facilities that host, shout out to all of our PGA members that support the program and understand the value of, you know, junior golf. But yeah, summer schedule's out. We announced that this week. Registration will open for summer next week on Tuesday at 9 a.m. So we kind of gave all of our customers the ability to see the schedule. Then they can figure out what events they want to sign up for next week, which will be great. And then, yeah, Prestige Tour Spring Champ is out there. It's really an overall thing. And to go piggyback on your comment, Dave, about starting all of these people, truthfully, for my job, we've been fortunate that a lot of our staff has remained the same. And some of the kids I forget about because I wasn't even around yet. And they're like, hey, wait, that person did this for us or something like that. So yeah, shout out to all of our team that's out there that, you know, continues to grow the game. And really just our tournament program just instills that ability that golf is a lifelong sport.
Well, I'll tell you what, I get all my information from you and David when it comes to junior golf. And from the articles that are written, and Dave and I talk about this all the time. You got to watch this girl. You got to watch this guy. This little kid is going to be phenomenal.
Well, yeah, and really to tie a bow on it, not to end the conversation, but with the Houston Open, I just got invited, one of our corporate partners, Veritex Bank, who supports, you know, I think they're at like 29 golf ambassadors. They had a little event yesterday, and I was fortunate to be invited to go out there. But I got to play a hole with Sam Bennett, Chandler Phillips, both the Meisner brothers. And, you know, Chandler Phillips coming off a tee top 5 at Valspar. You know, Chandler hasn't changed at all. He's a good old country boy, soft-spoken, well-mannered. And I kind of, you know, I don't think Chandler's going to be mad at that I say this, but, you know, I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, bud, you know, congrats on, you know, your finish last week, you know, a lot of good media publicity. And I was like, yeah, you know, what do you think about your days with the STPGA? And he kind of goes, I wish I could go back. Those were the fun days, you know, where it was like, I didn't need to worry about press or media or stuff like that. And it was just like, I could just be me. And it was kind of a fun comment, a kind of coming full circle. And then seeing Sam Bennett, we had a good laugh about a couple of things yesterday as well. And got to know Sam's agent, and his agent came up to me afterwards and was just like, yeah, Sam was saying all these things of like, he basically never lost an STPGA event. And I was like, that's probably true, you know? So it's just a fun story to see those guys out there on the next level.
Well,
it really is. You talk about the Meisners. I remember my first days early. They're the 9-hole red, Little Linkster Division, Floresville, Texas, you know, playing. And now you've got them on the tour and you're going, man, they've gone a long way. And again, it goes back to what we do, Thomas, and the program that you provide. And now that we brought Lexi in, that's another feather in the cap. Got to visit with her this last week in San Antonio when she came to see us. And I just think that you're one damn good conductor of this orchestra. That's all I can
appreciate that. Well, no, I do appreciate that. And I think one of the things, and I was talking with somebody yesterday at the event, where no matter what we do, we're also proud of the types of people that we're putting out there. You know, all the names that we just rattled off, you know, we're not talking about somebody being in the press for a negative way, you know, from a negative perspective, and knock on wood, you know, obviously those things are going to happen at times, but you know, that just talks about what the game's about, what we kind of instill in our people. Yes, we want a kid to go out and shoot 35, but we want them to shake their hand, look them in the eye, say thank you, be appreciative, say good luck, you know, encourage their competitors, you know, be friends with people. Again, not to wrap a second bow on this conversation, one thing we probably don't give ourselves enough credit for, and Dave, you probably know this better than most, is the amount of friends that these kids have met through the program is second to none. Yes, in other sports, you're on a baseball team, you're on a basketball team, but you're normally already friends with those people potentially. But in golf, you're going to be paired with somebody that you've never met. And they are kids that then become good friends, or like, hey, I want to play in this tournament because that person's there and we're going to see each other. And those stories I'm seeing more and more of, which I think is great. You know, that is a feather in all of our caps for what we do.
You know, once they get to that college level as well, you know, they're following each other, you know, I mean, which is something special.
Yep. And they grew up playing together, and then they look at each other and be like, okay, I know this kid because, you know, I go to the Kevin Kisner, Dustin Johnson story where, you know, Kevin Kisner beat Dustin in a high school event and they still never live it down to this day when they see each other. So it's like those stories live on. And again, I think there's a lot of positives to that in our game.
Hey, Thomas, we got a couple of minutes left here. I want to get to your junior schedule this year. I mean, what do you got going on here? Because there's so much happening there's so much happening in your city. It just blows me. You got the Insperities coming up in May. Then you got the LPGA coming up next month.
Yeah. I think from our standpoint, April is all about kind of like a specialty month. We got ANWA with kids. We got DCP with kids. We're going to have girls out at the Chevron Legacy Junior Pro-Am that will take place the Sunday prior to the Chevron Championship. Then we have the Insperity Invitational Junior Pro-Am. This year's, I think, our 16th year doing that. We're elevating that event this year where we have our Prestige Tour points winners will be out there for the first time. And then we're also, one of the cool things, little side note here, is that Insperity Invitational is actually providing a scholarship for the first time. And the 2 scholarship winners are going to be invited out to a great golf dinner, and Jim Nance is going to welcome them on stage and award their scholarship in front of Jim Nance at the Insperity Invitational dinner, which will be really cool. So more to come on that at the end of April. But then we go right into our spring championship, and then summer. I didn't count. Like, I just stopped counting, but I think we're at like 250 events. There's probably a junior golf event in 30 minutes at your house, someplace near you. At STPGameGolf.com. Right when you go to the website, the first link to summer schedule. So check it out. We still feel like very affordable, very road game initiative from a standpoint. We don't want cost to be a barrier. But it is. We got the Dick Harmon Participation Grant, and applications for that closes on April 1st. So if you need some financial assistance to play in our program, please apply. We try to help everybody out on capacity.
Well, Thomas, I want to thank you for taking time out. I know you got a busy day, dude. Well, as a matter of fact, busy next 3 months is what you got out there.
We it's a busy year. We don't stop in the STPGA. Come on, man.
Well, no, I try to keep up with you guys, and that's a little rough. Just getting all the information.
Thomas puts STP in our STPGA, man. We are high level all the time. Let me tell you.
Hey, Thomas, are you going to be out at the Houston Open tomorrow?
I might take the family out on Friday. Obviously, we got the holiday weekend. I might shut the office there a little bit to get out there with the family. But TBD, it's going to be a great tournament. Great, glad they got a good field. Even Valero's got a great field next week too.
Yeah.
So hoping for some local love. Hopefully, some PGA kid guy kind of wins out there, but also to Jesse Drummer, who's a PGA member over here in Houston, that's playing our section invite, and then Ben Williams playing over in Bolero on our section invite. So hopefully, those two boys can play well and have fun at all of the events.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Hey, happy Easter to you and your family. And I hope you guys have a great one out there, and we'll catch up with you real soon, Thomas. Thanks for taking time out.
Awesome. My pleasure. You guys have a great night.
Likewise to you. Hey, folks, just wanted to take a real quick break. And when Dave and I come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Don't go away. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back. Was that on?
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here, Dave Roberts. And folks, this show went by pretty quick. And it was about Houston. And I tell you what, Houston is just blowing up, Dave, with golf and golf tournaments. I mean, from the seniors, LPGA, and same with North Texas, the same way. I mean, we got the Valero, Texas coming open up next week. Starting off with McIlroy and Jordan Spieth now is in over there. So they got some really nice lineups over there. And man, it's just fun talking about what's going on in Texas right now. It's like we're blooming big time. Remember California used to be it? I think they stopped that stuff a little bit and now making their way over to Texas. It's a good life over there.
The thing we need now, Mike, is a LPGA or a Champions event for the fall, and I think we would we would be it. I mean, we used to have the Champions event, the AT&T, until they moved to Dallas, but you're right. I mean, the Texas swing is becoming another Texas swing like it did before.
Yeah.
We've got several, not only PGA events and LPGA events, the champion events, but we have a couple of the second tour events as well. The Corn Ferry and the ladies second tour. I think it's called the Durham Eds. So
I mean, Texas is a hotbed for golf right now. And as you're seeing, talking to the guests today, we're producing some damn good golfers that are making at levels that are just higher than college.
Well, it's always good to have Thomas Hutton. I want to thank him for coming on tonight to have him on the show, because I know what his schedule like, because I know what yours is like. And you're on the road. He's kind of close to town, and and you're checking. What time is it now? What time is it in Utah?
What time? Because normally my watch goes off at 7, and I say, Johnny, it's time for us to be on the air. And I'm an hour difference. 2 weeks from now, not next week, but 2 weeks from now, for a couple of weeks, we'll be broadcasting live from the West Coast. We're going to go live from Sacramento, and we'll be going live from LA. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks for the Texas.
Oh boy, you'll be coming back all tanned out.
I'm already tanned. Well, I got
looking like a backstreet boy.
I'm staying away from Hollywood with all that junk going on. Let me tell you, I'm here for golf, baby.
I also want to thank Melanie Graff for coming on. That was her first appearance on the show. Did great, Melanie. Thank you for taking some time out to do that. I know you have a busy schedule as well. And Kobe Golick, who is one of our sponsors to the show, I'll be over there tomorrow, enjoying a little bit of the Houston Open, probably chugging down a few drinks with Kobe and a few of our other customers that are over there. But hey, folks, that's going to wrap it up for Dave and I tonight. I know Dave's still got to probably go back to work yet, and I'm about ready to have my first cocktail and start heading down.
Drink beer and hit bombs, baby.
And what did Kobe? Boom, boom,
boom.
Hey, I also want to thank our producer, Johnny J, Big Johnny J, with GA Media. Always puts on a good show for us. And folks, I want to thank everybody out there for always chiming in every week and sharing. Our numbers are incredible right now. And with you guys keep sharing and keep watching and keep whatever you do. We enjoy you on our show all the time, because Dave and I can't do this without you. But as long as you do keep doing that, Dave and I'll be back next week. Until then, rain or shine,
book your tea time.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comel River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today, or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay and play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
But wait, there's more. Hit it, Mike.
You thought we forgot, didn't you? Well, we didn't. It's the third annual Golf for Parks golf tournament coming up, folks. They need 5 teams yet. If you want to go play with Mike and Dave, we're going to be out there. I'm going to be buying cocktails. Oh, I own the cocktail bar. I think it's the cart girls and the cart guys. We Texas Golf Insider sponsors it. I'll buy you a drink. Come on out there. It's such a great tournament, and you can bomb it out there. You pay the price for doing that. But I watched Dave and Ellen bomb it. Folks, it's the Parks Foundation, New Braunfels Parks Foundation, It's Friday, April 5th, and it's a 8:30 shotgun start. It's a 4-person scramble, closest to the pin, breakfast and lunch. I want you to give a call to this number right here. This number right here, write it down. 830-221-4367. That's 830-221-4367. Sign up your foursome, and we will see you out there April 5th at 8:30. If you buy a team, you come over to my cart and buying you a drink. Let me get that number out one more time because I want to buy you a drink. 830-221-4367. Sign up. That is the 3rd annual Golf for Parks Golf Tournament in New Braunfels, Texas at Land Park Golf Course. Hey, we'll see you again. Until then, rain or shine,
Book your tee time.
book that tournament time. You know what?
Well,
Don't do it. Book that tournament time.
Are we really going this time, Rat?
I think we're going. Johnny's got to go.
But wait, we're going.
Hey, happy Easter to everybody. See you all
Happy
later.
Easter.